Mukul Rohatgi is one of the country's distinguished senior advocates, former Attorney General of the country. Appreciate your joining us, Mr. Rohatgi. I want to ask you, what is your view? Do you believe that this case will be swept under the carpet as some fear, or is it moving in the right direction?
It's a serious issue. I think it is moving in the right direction. The Chief Justice of India has acted with alacrity by appointing an in-house committee as soon as possible. There has been no dragging of feet. The only puzzling thing which I have been saying on the different channels in the last 2-3 days is, where is the recovery of the cash? There seems to be no recovery. Either it has been completely swept away. Where are the half-burnt notes? That is the evidence. Primary evidence has gone away. What was the police doing when it reached there? Why did it not seize the evidence? Why did it not make a panchnama with 2 independent witnesses? If there is a huge amount of cash, some cash must have been unburnt or semi-burnt. How did income tax not come into the picture? These are very worrying things. How is it that when the Chief Justice sent a person the next day, did he see any cash? Did he not see any cash? I mean, please understand, you can't have a murder without a body being found. The second thing which I want to say is, see, transfer or no transfer, the correct thing was that judicial work was withdrawn, because you can't have a person in a doubtful situation sitting on the bench dispensing justice. But the transfer, in any case, has to be first accepted by the Government of India. This transfer does not take effect on its own. God knows what view the government will take. But the transfer, another mystifying thing is that the Supreme Court is on record saying that this transfer has nothing to do with the in-house inquiry. I am baffled to hear that. According to me, it has everything to do with this episode and this inquiry. And in fact, the transfer, according to me, is clearly punitive. It is not for any other reason except that, the judge should maybe kind of taught a lesson and so on and so forth.
You're making important news points that I'm going to ask my producer to flash on the screen, because the fact is, and I want clarity on this from you, Mr. Rohatgi, you're saying the police panchnama. Why was that not put in place? You're saying where is the actual evidence which could be half burnt or some notes that were not burnt? You're telling me that you're surprised that the income tax has still not given a statement on where they stand. Is there an income tax inquiry? Now, there are two views, Mr. Rohatgi. One is the judge himself is claiming this could be a conspiracy against him, that he has nothing to do with the cash that was found in his house. The other is that this is the tip of the iceberg, that this cash could be part of a wider net which could involve the judge. We don't know. It would be unfair to target him at this stage. But either way, you're saying that the police and the income tax and the fire department also need to come clean. Am I correct? And come public with their statements.
Absolutely correct, because we have had 2 contradictory statements of the fire department in 2 days.
So what is your suspicion? What is your suspicion, Mr. Rohatgi? Was someone trying to protect the judge, or is this a classic case where we are not being told the entire truth?
I don't know, Rajdeep, but all the facts are not on the table. If you were to ask me, let's say one side of the coin is that huge amounts of money is found in a judge's house. That ipso facto damns the judge, and a very serious explanation is required from him. The other part of the coin is, where are those notes in 4 gunny bags? Who brought them? Was it genuine money or was it fake money? Who would burn so much money and keep it, or allow it to be burned and keep it in an outhouse. Everybody puts even a 100 rupee note in one's pocket. How would anybody keep it in an outhouse which may be accessed by different people? And the judge wasn't there that day. He arrived after 24 hours. He says that there was no money. Actually, the only evidence we have is that blurred video which you are showing on the screen just now, which also
Yes.
has half burnt or semi burnt notes I can see on the screen.
So, but
Where does
that video, Mr. Rohatgi, has been put out by the Supreme Court itself. So the Supreme
Absolutely
Court
right.
itself. So therefore, I wonder, is someone trying to fix the judge in your view? Is that a real fear?
I don't know. So these are very puzzling issues. If somebody want fix the judge, would you burn 20 crores of good currency, or was it fake currency, or was it a mix? That one bag may have real currency, the others may have fake currency. You require a forensic probe. Now no probe is possible because everything is gone away. The first thing is the commissioner of police must explain why was not the half-burnt note seized, or if not seized by him, income tax should have been called. What has happened to that kind of thing? What is the report that he gave to the Home Minister as to what he found? Is it at variance with the fire department? And to top it all, today's newspaper says that the Safai Karamcharis of the NDMC found evidence of burnt notes or semi-burnt notes in the raddi or the rubbish mixed with leaves, because this is spring, onset of spring, all along the footpath outside the house. I don't know, what is really happening.
No,
All
so
the
so
cards
what? So
are not
what?
on the
So
table.
so, so, so from what you're saying, look, would I be right in saying, Mr. Rohatgi, that judges themselves through an in-house inquiry cannot become police investigators? They cannot, these loopholes that you're pointing out clearly therefore require a multi-agency probe, not just a judicial in-house inquiry. Do you therefore
Absolutely.
believe that there should be a SIT formed which should include income tax, include police, and a time-bound probe be put
Yeah,
in
but so
place?
Rajdeep, you are right, but there are some stumbling blocks there. The law requires this in-house informal inquiry by 3 judges, which has been ordered. Let us hope they do their job in the next 2 weeks, because this cannot brook any delay. On one side, evidence is disappearing. The judge, if he is guilty, he must be wrapped for moral turpitude. If the judge is innocent, his reputation has
Right.
become mud. It should be cleared at the earliest. So let's hope they give a
Let,
verdict as soon as possible. But as you said, that
yes.
cannot be the end of it, for the simple reason you require the police, maybe the income tax, maybe a forensic department. You have to examine the CDR of the judge for the last 3 months. You have to
Can I,
examine CCTVs. You need specialists to do that. A judge can't examine a CDR and come to a conclusion and examine a CCTV. Whether the CCTV is functional, whether it is fudged, whether the video, every video, Rajdeep, is not ipso facto evidence. It has to be proved in accordance with law that there is a proper video, it's not a doctored video,
right.
etc., etc. So you
Can,
require a full-blown inquiry. Now, for a full-blown inquiry, you require the registration of a first information report. A first information report and investigation in the case of higher judiciary can only be with the consent of the Chief Justice of India. Because as you understand, judges are very vulnerable to millions of complaints every day, because
I,
every disgruntled person will make a complaint. I know for a fact 99.9% complaints are rubbish, but that's why
can
we
I,
require one more layer. So all
can
this
I
has to be
therefore,
done.
can I therefore ask you in conclusion, as you say you require one more layer, do you believe this is the tip of the iceberg, that what has happened is actually exposing what is one of the worst kept secrets, some believe, that there is corruption in the higher judiciary? Can we say that now with any conclusiveness?
I don't think you can say it today, because as I told you, there are strong points on either side. We don't know what is the final conclusion. till at least we get a report of these three judges. It will throw some light, and then one will decide how to go forward. But undoubtedly, it's a sad day in the life of the judiciary that these things are happening. The
What?
earlier we get to the bottom of it, it's better. And let me end by saying the real way out is to have a structured revamp of these kind of inquiries and the process of impeachment, which is virtually well nigh impossible because the final step is impeachment. Impeachment has not happened in the last 75 years of the Constitution. You have to have a better system. Impeachment is not the correct system.
I will still therefore ask you, and I will be going to judges in a moment as to whether impeachment actually works or not. But do you believe therefore that Justice Varma should not be assigned any cases? He's been transferred to Allahabad. The lawyers there are threatening to go on a strike. Do you believe he should not be assigned any cases till this matter is cleared?
Yes, I don't think he should be assigned any work, at least till the report of the three judges ordered by the Chief Justice of India. And I must say at the end, and I've said it earlier, full marks to the Chief Justice of India for making all this transparent. At least we have seen the video, we have seen the report of the Chief Justice of the High Court, we have seen the explanation of the judge. Normally,
Right.
this would not have come out on public domain till a few months or a few steps later. But at least the
Okay.
Supreme Court, for the first time, has been more than transparent. And I say kudos to the Chief Justice of India.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Mukul Rohatgi. I appreciate you joining us and speaking with such clarity on the issue, saying that this cannot be just dealt with as a single agency probe. It really requires now multiple layers to operate for the truth to come out. Thank you very much.